you.
I think Shajil Andrew is also around us somewhere. Have anyone seen him?
No, not this one.
Oh, he has to come. Yes, Andrew is so busy nowadays.
Yeah.
Good morning, all.
Good morning, sir.
Oh,
How are you?
Good morning, sir.
good morning, sir.
Good
Good afternoon.
Good morning, Judge
morning.
sir.
Good afternoon, Grace.
That's right, you're afternoon there.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My
Good morning,
heartiest
how are you,
congratulations
sir?
to Jack sir for
Thank
the
you.
award.
I've been downloading your poetry.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes. This will be an adventure in language. What we're going to be doing here today.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Let's start.
All right.
Am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
You're
yes.
audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
So we will start the poetry meet of Global Literature Conclave 2021. This is the second day. So, as you all know, we are back, and this is the first anniversary. This magazine was started. Father's dream, Kayamandru's dream. So this poetry meet will also start with a poem which my father wrote during his last days.
Chuck, before you go on, I can hear you, but I can't see you. Is that true for anyone else?
You can't see me?
No. I'm just seeing the emblem of Litterateur, you know. Can
He's right.
anyone else?
Yeah, I can see Satchel.
No, not me.
I can see only the logo.
Well, there's both an emblem and his picture, so.
No, I get just the emblem. Ah, there you are.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Technology.
Yes, sir, we are seeing you.
Go on then. Thank you.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay now.
So I was telling about my father. So this poetry meet will also start with one of his last poetry which he wrote while he was bedridden. The poetry doesn't have a title. This is the last poem, English poem which he wrote. The eyes of heaven shine through the stars. The onset of moon solaces the heart. The amber flowers laugh. Yet you did not come. Now the sky darkened in front of my eyes. Darkness crawls. Darkness crawls in. This was his last English poem. And we will go into the poetry session. I think everyone is here. I will start with everyone is here. I will start with Anida Pesic. She is a teacher, writer, and artist from Serbia to share with us in her beautiful voice. Anida, over to you. I think there is some problem with her. So I will go to the another participant, Geeta Tripathi, from Nepali poet, essayist. Over to you, Geeta.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Geeta Tripathi, a poet. Congratulate Sir Jack Olive for receiving the prestigious KM Award yesterday. I'd also like to express my gratitude to the imaginator of this global literature conclave and for inviting me to be a part of the program. I'm looking forward to playing my role in refining the world. Now I'm going to recite my poem. Title of my poem is Morning Song and an Unfinished War. You are the Lord of alone winner musical chairs. That was played in a chorus produced by a million morning songs. You knew the magic of the game, and on this expanded ground, you were waiting for those coronas since years. During the day feast, when the same music was played in the background, you won the unfinished war. After you won the war, many of your charioteers dispersed in this town like robbers. You were intensely gratified, constructed a shopping mall over the pillows of those corpses. As you were anxious to sail the dreams, I'm the soul of those corpses. You have kept my wings under a pillow. I'm pretending to be asleep. You have taken a new incarnation under Juddha's statue. You are the show of iron horse. Below the incessant footprints of your valiant canter, a new age is sinking under this town. It seems you are trying to escape your own awakening, and you have forgotten the heights. You have forgotten the width. You are heading toward the dusty, dreary sky, anxious for the next round of musical cheer. At this moment, you have dreamed of the throne of Lord Indra. Thank you.
That was lovely, but there was so much background distraction.
It was
I couldn't
wonderful.
appreciate it.
So someone should turn off his
Little, the background was little disturbing.
I would request everyone else who are not speaking to mute their mic so that the echo will not come. So that's the problem when more than one mic is unmuted, there will be an echo. So the poetry will not be clear for us. Okay.
DJ, I can perhaps make a comment because I'm supposed to comment on the phone. And can you hear me? I'm getting it myself. Supposed to comment on the phone, I'd like to hear it here, and I don't have a text. If you can send me your poem, I'll be glad to make some comments, but I couldn't respond to it. Your voice was very nice, and it sounded like it was a very nice poem. I simply couldn't hear most of the words, so I can't say what I feel. Send it to Shashil, he'll send it to me. Yours is one of the few I don't have a text for. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Shashil, I don't think your
No,
mic
we
is
can't
on.
hear you.
Now I welcome Rolanda Litterateur from Italy, poetess and storyteller. She has published in various international literary journals, magazines, and anthologies. She is here with a poem, The Culture of Mankind. Welcome, Rolanda.
Hello, and it's a pleasure to be here with you. I'm Yolanda Leotta, poet and storyteller from Italy. I'm pleased and gratified to have been invited to read my poem in the Global Literature Conclave 2021, in the presence of exceptional authors and an eminent personality of the international literary world, Jack Foley. Congratulations for the prestigious award given through International Literature Prize to the literary activity and contribution to literature at Foley. I express also my gratitude to the organizers of the exceptional event, Sajil, Andrew, and Literature Redefining the World. I chose a poem to read here titled The Culture of Mankind from my book L'esploratrice dei sentimenti e dei valori umani, translated in English, The Explorer of Feelings and Human Values. The book was published by Redefining in Italy and presented during the international festival Il Federiciato by Alessandro Cottinedo. A parenthesis to explain the motivation that gave me the possibility to write my poem. My book is a journey in search and rediscovery of human feelings and values. Moments were born from life experiences, invite the reader to meditation, reflection, and wisdom. I explore the human soul in search of hidden truths. The feeling I express is visual and at the same time universal. There within me a world populated with innumerable messages. Voices, faces, memories, definitions, the cold rationality, feelings represent language of the soul. We humans have feelings because we have a soul. Feelings can't be bought. They're priceless goods. They make us feel rich and proud when we have a true and sincere feelings toward another person. Human values have a fundamental role in life. They are the solution to every problem, every drama, every war. Every conflict, in fact, has its origin in the violation of one of the three universal human values, the right to life, to property, to freedom. Universal values must be protected because we can lose them if someone decides to violate them. For this reason, we, citizens of the state, delegate a moral government, an institution to defend these inalienable human rights. But if the government doesn't fulfill its function of protection, becomes an abusive institution and violates human rights with the abuse of power. In the book, there's a strong protest against the social injustice, corruption, oppression, frustration, for the ideals betrayed by a misleading reality that feeds dreams and generate illusions. My point is the inner self that speaks, my consciousness, that will lead me to a proper understanding of the true value of life and of what would make us truly happy. And not only with the culture of mankind. What are you looking for? Incurable idealist in this world. Ethics, probity, sociality, humanity, universality. These are estimable values, but tell me, do they exist? I don't think you realize that you're fighting in vain. Don't you see, moral principles have no basis in this senseless world. Selfishness and fabrication have taken off. Corruption is overwhelming career are forced to make compromises of the strongest over the weakest is decidedly every day. In this people's society, the institution can be exploited by political power. Man, self-sold devil, supernatural entity, rule the roost in economic and diplomatic field for centuries now. You browse around rapidity and lasting. In this society of mudslinging, dissimulation, depravity, applaud the man corrupt, that with his good rhetoric, say the people of the validity and seriousness of social purposes. If we take part into policy debate, there isn't freedom of speech. It's impossible to express what we think of a public character. And if we do, what then? Some people won't be able to look us in the eye. They'll try to avoid us. And is this the culture of mankind, based on injustice and abuse of power? I'd rather call it the civilization of immorality. Thanks. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Wonderful.
I could understand your poem, but I couldn't understand much of what you said to introduce your poem, unfortunately. But I liked what the poem was, and yes, God knows we need to fix. I mean, this is what redefining world is supposed to be about, to fix precisely the things that you point out in your poem. You're absolutely right. You know, based on injustice and abuse of power. That's all we've got. And we're trying to get rid of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
One of our oldest associates is John C. Manon from United States. From last year onwards, when we started this magazine, he was with us. So I welcome John, who is a retired physicist from USA. He is also a well-known poet and edits poetry as well. Welcome, John.
Thank you so much, Sajal. I appreciate that. And it's my pleasure and privilege to be here with you all from around the world.
Oldest associate is
The
John
poem
C. Manon from United States. From last year onwards, when we started this magazine, he was with us. So I welcome John, who is a retired physicist from USA. He is also a well-known poet and edits poetry as well. Welcome, John.
Thank you so much, Sajal. I appreciate that. And it's my pleasure and privilege to be here with all
One
from
of
around the
our
world.
oldest associate is
The
John
poem
C. Manon from United Manon from your
strong, determined, and well thrown into a world where imagination becomes truth, and this truth will set you free.
Manon from your
It was wonderful.
I love the emphasis on the imagination. I think, of course, that's something that's absolutely necessary, and it's good you see it in your granddaughter.
She's been a victim of bullies and has been so self-conscious. She's a beautiful little girl, but so self-conscious that they made her feel ugly, that she wore the COVID mask even when not necessary, in the car, in the house. So I wrote this poem to honor her and to all the young people who are suffering from bullies.
It's good you see it in your granddaughter. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And there are a lot. Children can be so cruel.
Yeah. So self-conscious.
Not that adults can't either.
That they made her feel ugly. That she
thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I will call now Anida Pisik. She has messaged that her audio system has been restored. So Anida Pisik, a teacher, writer, and artist from Serbia.
And there are a lot. Children can be so cruel.
Hello to everyone. Do you hear me now?
Not that adults can't either. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm happy.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Dear Mr. Sahaji Lantaru, dear colleagues and poets from all the countries in the world, it's a real pleasure for me to be a part of this Global Literature Conclave 2021. I will read to you 3 of my poems now. The first one is about India, concretely about Jallianwala Bagh massacre that happened in Amritsar on April 13, 1919. Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Look behind you. Let history speak. On behalf of every Hindu and Sikh. Remember the period of British rule. Weapon was their language and tool. Unscrupulous army was proving its power. Year after year, hour by hour. The worst nightmares became reality. Lives of people were given to vanity. In 1919, on the day of Vaisakhi, Indians gathered but were unlucky. Seekers of freedom came to the park, looking for light but meeting the dark. Police forces surrounded the gates and chose for innocent, miserable fates. In 10 minutes, thousands were killed. Survivors are left to suffer and bleed. So many victims, elders and youth, because of non-violence, resistance and truth. We finally snatched our freedom, but yet, torture and brutality will never forget. The second poem, called Invocation, speaks about God and my relation with God. Loving and trusting God fulfilled my life and helped me grow peace, inspiration, and compassion for others. Prayers and meditation that I practice more than 10 years now really transformed my life for better. Invocation. Dear God, shower me with light, raise me up with compassion, help me to silently fight my fears, desires, and passion. Bring me closer to you, set me free from lust. I need you, Father, it's true, you are the only I trust. Make me better and humble, fill my heart with grace. So long I crawl and stumble, it's you, my safest place. And the third poem talks about the time of COVID pandemic. I wrote it last year when the whole world was going through this horrible fight, and we were all trying to save our lives and stay healthy. There was a lot of fear, anxiety, panic between people, so this was my message to them. It's time. The moment has come to embrace your soul. Slow down, be patient. Safety is our goal. The time is now to grow and increase our fortitude, strength, and ultimate peace. Today is the day for generous plan to help and embolden whenever we can. Hard times are here. Be courageous. Dare to love and forgive, to fearlessly share. The time is perfect to make the world better. Spread love for humanity. That's all that matters. Thank you for your attention. Warm greetings from Serbia. So long I crawl and stumble. It's you who save.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed the poems, and I think the sentiments in all of them are very good sentiments. It's important that these are things that can be said. I enjoyed the rhyming, and many people who are reading today, I think, will not have rhymed, and I think that's something you really can explore. I would suggest that you explore it more, and also that perhaps you might mix rhyming poems with poems that don't rhyme, and see what happens then.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm a big person, someone who feels very strongly about the mixing of various genres and about the mixing of styles of poetry within a single poem. I think that the mind is a multitude of voices that are telling us different things, often about the same subject. We may feel contrary feelings about a subject. So that's one voice and another voice that's saying, no, that's not true. And all of those things, instead of writing separate poems for them, put them all together.
Thank you very much for these advices. I will try to make these combinations you suggest.
It's also fun. It's fun to explore.
Yes, definitely.
It's important that these are things that can be said. I enjoyed the writing, and many people who are reading today.
And we will give you another platform to perform or recite your new poem also.
Can explore. I would
So
explore it more.
next I will like to call a poet from Nigeria. She is an award-winning poetess, writer, inspirational speaker, biochemist, global peace ambassador, life coach, women and children advocate, leader from Nigeria. She is going to recite the poem, Heal the Earth, Dr. Dublin U.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me, please?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, it's a great honor to be with you all today at the first inaugural Global Literature Conclave 2021. The title of my poem is Heal the Earth. Mother Earth in pain, weeping for children left in disdain. She cries, as rose in hand, is pricked, crushed, our same kind, ditched to rust. Smiles smothered, frown the faces of hunger, all over wonder and wonder. Where is unity? Where art thou, humanity? Thoughts will be our brothers keepers, our bricks of sadness, shuts down the hands of kindness, looking down on others in need with our devastating deeds. Let not our future die. Together let's revive. Earth as it all. Why let greed bully and take it all? Takes not all, take and take, but give for love's sake. Let's stop stripping the vulnerable bare, but clothe them with resources of care. Oh, humanity, we can bury the breath of poverty, the trust to our future and continuity. Life is a cycle. So remember the golden rule. Me love for humanity rule. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Litterateur, Redefining Worlds, and send my love from Nigeria.
Thank you. I love that you're called
Thank
the
you.
Pudding Queen.
Ma'am, your recitation was very good. I really liked it.
Thank you.
Yeah, the way you were reciting was wonderful.
It's not all take, give for love's sake.
So great to see you, Lovin. It's amazing, and the way you have recited is absolutely wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Nice to see you and meet you all too.
Yeah, so glad.
With resources of care. Oh, humanity. That's
Shall we
just
go
the
to-
one I have. Just one thing. Thank you. The trust to our future and continuity.
Thank you. Let's now go to an Indian poet, Arundhati Mukherjee. She is an engineer by profession, also a writer, author, blogger, poet and singer. So I welcome Arundhati Mukherjee to take over.
Thank you. Thank you, Sadi sir, for inviting me in this poetic event,
You were reciting.
esteemed poetic event. And first of all, I want to congratulate Jack Polisher for his award he got
Great
last
to see you,
year.
Lovin. It's amazing, and the way you have recited
Now I will
is absolutely wonderful.
recite my poem, Singularity.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Singularity,
Nice to see you and
we
meet
all
you
know
all too.
that singularity is
So glad.
that thing, it is infinite small space, infinite small point in space, from where the Big Bang happens. And
Shall we go to
it's a very infinitely small point where time and space exist. And all the law of physics
Let's now
does
go to
not
an
happen
Indian poet,
at that point.
Arundhati Mukherjee.
So singularity.
She is an engineer by
One
profession,
gloomy, cloudy
also a
dawn,
writer, author,
nature's
blogger, poet and
tapestry
singer.
loomed in horizon.
So I welcome
All was
Arundhati
silent,
Mukherjee
everything
to
still.
take over.
In that stillness and silence, a body chirped, others followed. The silence broke. Life happened. Breaking the stillness, pieces awakened. I, on my lone walking free, empty of thought in my glee, was drinking the sweetness of nature's aliveness. Silence. From stillness, life happened. From silence, sound reverberated. A piece of dark cloud came floating overhead, shrouding the vision of welcome. A gaggle of bees lost its way. Perhaps to the pond they might stray away. A flock of birds flew into the clouds, lost in the darkness. They were in doubt. I looked on me in the drizzle, my heart mumbled. My horizon expanded, body knew no form. I from form to formless became the clouds floating in the sky. Drizzle to the earth, sensing the earth. Grasses green, trees bare. I was all in them. I was a body fluttering and chirping. So came that misty morning. I expanded. Till I became the mountain still, the gurgling river flowing, meandering, cutting the ocean. I was still, believe. I submerged in the waves. I the sky,
The earth, the wind, the ocean played and dissolved in ecstatic emotion. Suddenly in the oneness of life, I contracted, a small drop, the depth of ocean. Infinite love, infinite grace descended. Time and space collapsed in that vastness. I, a small molecule, an atom in stillness, in the depths of silence, stood emotionless. I, a vast and golden light and purity, a singularity. Thank you.
Thank you. A mystical experience, which is good. It's good to feel that sense. And to one of the things that's interesting and I found here is that movement away from the I, the person that's in the world all the time and eats dinner and experiences friends and all of that. That I can sometimes disappear. And it's a very powerful experience for us. And I think that that's something you really caught as you sort of disappear into the world and become everything that's around you. That's a very, very powerful feeling. And I liked it very much in this poem, and I hope you'll explore it some more.
Time and space collapsed in that vastness.
Thank you. Now I invite Dr. Parvez. He is an editor in the NCERT, National Council of Educational Research and Training. He is also a multilingual short story writer, poet and critic from India. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. A mystical experience, which is good.
Greeting to everyone. And I would like to extend my thanks to Jack Foley and Mr. Sajil Andrew for giving an opportunity to recite my poem on the platform of Global Literature conclave. My poem, title of my poem is Oh My Beloved. It is the romantic plus progressive poem.
I liked it very much in this poem, and I hope you'll explore it some more.
Oh my beloved, this is not like that. I do not love you anymore.
Thank you.
Albeit, I do not express it, that how much to you I adore.
He is an editor in the NCERT.
I love you more. Make it sure you are my heart and soul. This is the other thing. I do not exhibit it
from India.
In the word of having letter 4. Even if all the charms have lost, from the half-open angle of your rose-like curly lips, I do not stare at them all the times with the greedy eyes and lusty lips. I do not try to wake up you from sweet dreaming by stirring the Taj Mahal like your bosoms, to take you out for the moon bath in the night of the full strawberry moon. Oh my beloved, like those of our initial days, I do not love you anymore. It is not like that. I do not love you anymore. I do not have a sense of rising waves, those of thirst in the sea of your eyes. But it is true. I don't want always to sail my boat in the word of having letter 4. My winning is hidden in your wins indeed. In the game of the chess, oh my sweetheart, I do not convert my every wins into defeat. Please do not see my deviation as my indifferent attitude towards you. In our vast journey of love, O my co-traveler, you are my soul mate. I cannot live without you. The distance is a sojourn, since bread and butter have also to earn. Like those of our stomach sometimes becomes more powerful than our heart and soul anymore. It makes us forget all aims and goals. This is the reason that I do not want to make wet your dear like beautiful eyes. Oh my beloved, this is not like that. I do not love you anymore. Albeit I do not express it, that how much to you I adore. Thank you, my sweetheart.
Thank you. I expected the desire of the poem, which is, I think, the one that Shadil sent me, but I like that one very much. Did you center that poem? We can't tell when you read it, but the poem I have, you can see, is centered on the page, and I like that. And that was the poem you read also centered? In that way? That's great. Yes, my friend Michael McClure began to do that at a certain point, and it's a very effective thing to do. I don't know of anyone else here who was doing that, and I like it very much. It gives the poem a certain shape and allows us, first of all, to know that it's a poem, not prose. This is a shape thing, and it's important that the poet has done that. And of course, it's a love poem, of course. I mean, and a complex love poem, which you admit the importance of the stomach. Great idea. I mean, yes, indeed. Sometimes the stomach takes us over. Nothing we can do about that. So, yes, thank you very much. I thought it was an interesting and complex.
Sir, if given a chance, I would like to recite my another poem. If there is sufficient time.
I'd be happy. What do you say, Shadil?
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So, my next poem is a poem craves for the reward of the beauty. A poem craves for the reward of its beauty. Somewhere in my existence, like a baby fountain, a poem is being restless to come out. Sometime from atop of peak of my mind, and sometimes from the deepest valleys of my heart. Like a sprout, the poem is craving to raise its head, having desire to cast an eye at the new world. A poem is dancing with the outflow of pleasant emotions. As a spring comes out, breaking the chest of rocks, as waterfalls make noise among hills, likewise, in the furnace of my heart, emotions are boiling. The emotions are as strong as streams. After breaking all boundaries of my consciousness, it wants to swing with waves of atmosphere, fly with the wind, enjoy with the beetles, like running water, which search its own way. A poem also from my inside, from my existence, wants to come out wide in public. Breaking news wants to become famous after going among its fans. Who could stop a boiling spring by his feet? How can I stop a poem too? The poems are being looked after by the society since beginning. It wants its status in a society. Till how long it can be held in the cage of body, The poem wants something beyond the captivity of an individual. A poem is unstoppable running water. A poem is a devil wave. It wants to be a fountain from a spring. A poem wants to be the logic of its being, the reason of its existence. The poem wants to. The poem wants courage to reach to you. A poem craves for the reward of its beauty. Thank you. Who could stop a boiling spring by his feet? How can I stop a poem too? The poems are being looked after by the society since beginning. It wants its. What is that? Your voice?
Sound is not coming that time.
Yeah. Till how long?
I like very much
Can you repeat the sentence to me? We could not listen to you.
Oh, and yes, I had my microphone. I had my microphone to hear you. But back on, I think now. Yes, I like the idea of the poem coming from inside, and even in a public space, where maybe it shouldn't be, but on the other hand, the poem is unstoppable, as you say, and I like that very much. That is the basis, I think, of the notion of the inspiration, the notion that the God comes upon us and takes us over and gives us the word. It's a great line in D.H. Lawrence. He says, not I, but the wind that moves through. Not I, but the wind that moves through. That's D.H. Lawrence telling you that it ain't me. Something coming beyond. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for listening my poem so quietly, and some appreciation are also coming. Lines are coming here. I am reading, and thank you to all for appreciating.
Thank you, Dr. Pervez. Now I welcome Igor Pop-Trechkov, a renowned writer and film director from Macedonia. He is very prolific in all the literary disciplines, including film reviews. I think he is only the only director among us right now. Welcome, Igor Pop.
Yes, now I will read you one poem of mine, a longer